Alright, y'all. Hey. Okay, so now, excuse me. I'm cooking. I was sampling a little potato. Alright, y'all. So, day 5. So, I know that was a lot. If you was able to watch or get through and make it through that video, I know it was a lot to see me like that. And just keep in mind, like, that it's part of my story, but it's part of my journey. But here I am, okay? I'm doing much better now. Here I am, okay? Like, just stay with. Hold on, there's a spot. Hold on. I had to take care of that spot. Alright, so I know it's a lot, but I'm here. We're gonna work through this together, alright? So, like, I know it's jilting, and that's why I did a trigger warning, because somebody I showed just did not respond well to it, which I understand that when you see your loved one a certain type of way, especially if you didn't know that I was, in that state, it's probably a lot to take in. There's a lot, because it was during the COVID code, so I mean, even close people to me did not get to see me because we could not have visitors, which I will talk about in a different video. But we weren't able to have visitors. Alright, so that was 4, so we're on 5 now, and what I'm gonna do is, I think this is so dope because this happened. I made this video like 4.5 years ago. It was about Tabitha Brown and my why, and why I'm doing this. Alright, so, but of course you know that by now Tabitha Brown is a household name. Back then, I was following her for a few years before, I got sick. I tried veganism and all that stuff, and I tried a whole bunch of stuff, honestly, while I was getting sick. But y'all talk about that too. But right now, I'm sticking to going back to the videos that I first made. And this one is about my why and follow Tabitha Brown. But most of y'all are following her right now. But okay, so this is day 5. Thank you for hanging in there with me. And here goes the video. And until next time, I'll see you later, alright? Hello, everyone. I hope we're having a good day. It's Christy Love here. This particular content is for my Christy Loves Health Journey page. But wherever you're joining me from, I appreciate it. If you're on Facebook, if you know me as Kristen or as Christy Love on my food page, or on IG as K_Jack the Inspiring Chef. Wherever you're coming from, I appreciate it, and all the moments you spend with me, listening to the many facets of my life, and just joining me on all of my different journeys. I appreciate it, so thank you for coming back. If we're viewing this video, it means I've already let out my first video, basically saying how enough is enough. It's time for me to start sharing my journey. And so I thought it was only right to do a true introduction into the situation and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Excuse me if I'm distracted. It's so early in the morning. I'm so tired. My body is like hurting. I'm not even kidding. And I have to work on like not apologizing, because like, bro, I'm sick. So it's okay to be tired, right? It's okay when you're sick. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to go through the motions of what have you, side effects from being ill. But I'm just that guy, like, I'm sorry sorry, even like for things I think that I can't control. It's crazy, it's mental, but I digress. So yeah, I thought it was only fair to kind of like explain why sharing my journey is important and what made me decide to go forward with it. It's actually something that I've been wanting to do for a super long time. But I'm super, like, I'm just kind of a private person. I just don't like people in my business. I mean, I love other people seeing rain, but yeah. I'm not all about that. But there's a different step, a different calling when you have a calling from the universe, from God telling you this is what you need to be doing, and literally it will seriously break you down if you ignore it. It will say, hello, like I had said, I'm here. You ain't running. And I literally can't run anymore. So, bear with me just a minute. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the why. Me and my best friend were talking about, how I wanted to do the videos and stuff. And we were just discussing, like, don't forget why you're doing something. And for me, the why is if I can help anyone, just one person in this universe, if I could help shift their life towards the positive, I want to do it. Basically, I felt like during 99% of this journey that I wasn't supported in the medical community. I wasn't believed. I felt berated. I felt like, people trying to patronize me. I guess people think they're better than you because they got MD behind their name or MP or whatever, and that they can kind of just do whatever they want. And I was like, in my personal life, like, I would snap you. I would snap on you. Like, anybody who knows me know it could be whatever. Like Kevin on stage said, it could be whatever. What I can't remember. I don't know how you pronounce that man's name, but try Jesus. Don't try me. Okay, it's on period. But somehow when I go over to anything dealing with like medical, I just would turn into a little shrimp, like a little girl again. Like I couldn't say nothing. I feel like I couldn't defend myself. It was just crazy. It's almost like it wasn't even me. And that set me back greatly, I believe. So I want to try to give tools to teach people and show, triggers and, behaviors that'll show you that people about to try to play you, or somebody's not giving you the best medical care, or you have someone, who is just there for getting a paycheck and forgetting that you're more than just the stuff in the chart, that you're a human. You're somebody's child, you're somebody's aunt, somebody's mom, dad, uncle, cousin, brother, sister, whatever. Sometimes you have to make people snap back into the reality of humanity, right? So that's what I want to help somebody do. I want to help you advocate for yourself, and eventually my goal is to advocate for others as well. Or find somebody who can advocate for you, right? And give you the strength and the confidence so that you can succeed and maybe get an answer, right? So that's most of the why I wanted to do it. And basically, the whole blanket of this is I had an onset of symptoms in about June or July of last year, and for a condition that had gone undiagnosed for a year. So that's the journey. But I'm going to talk about my back journey before I get into all that too, just to give you like an idea of like in my previous video I was mentioning that I've pretty much been in ill health since I was like 29. So I'll be talking about that too, because I also had to deal with a lot of crap from the medical field that as well, so I don't want to leave that part out. Okay, so that is the first thing I want to talk about, which is my why. Okie dokie. The next thing I wanted to touch on was my prayer. My prayer to God and the universe, right? This was like maybe halfway through this year of this journey that I was so far about halfway through at the time. It was becoming so hard on me, like mentally, work-wise, physically. I was just messed up, man. Just messed up. I couldn't get any answers. I couldn't get any help. I mean, I was getting doors slammed in my face left and right. And it's frustrating. You know, when something's wrong with you and people basically like, oh no, that doesn't make sense. Oh no, that's not right. Oh, it's trash, basically. And so I just literally broke down one day, like a lot of us do at some point in our lives. I literally, it's so funny because I got down on my knees and I was thinking, Lord, help me get back up. Okay. But I got down on my knees and I just started crying so hard, and I was like, God, whatever you want. I'm putting this out into the universe. Whatever you want, I will do whatever you want me to do. Use me. Heal me. But please heal me. And I cried and I begged, and I'm like, if you heal me, I will do whatever you want. Anybody, I'm just gonna warn you right now, be careful. Because if you're not prepared, I wouldn't be saying it. Because I wasn't. And it took me a long time to realize what was going on. Because I'm like, yeah, this is the weirdest thing. So I did that, and I was like, I feel like I'm good. I feel like this is it. I feel like that was it. That was a true, genuine prayer. I put it out in the universe, and I manifest that. But what I didn't do is my part. Not too long after that, I literally got this calling. It's hard to explain if you've never experienced it before. But it's just like, maybe could be explained like a gut feeling, intuition. It would probably be best explained or something like that. Hold on a second, I'm sorry. Probably be best explained by something like that. A gut feeling, guttural feeling. And it was, you need to start videotaping your journey and going through your journey and sharing it. And I was like, I know you lying. You finna tell me that you actually think I'm finna tape myself. Not just like funny videos or nothing. Like, you actually think I'm finna share all of when I'm going through my personal business with all these random folk? Because at the end of the day, we all know how it is, and people are so freaking judgmental, and you know, it's trash. And you know, I really don't want to subject myself to that. So guess what? That means that I'm not holding up my end of the bargain. I made a promise. Oh, if you heal me, I'll do this and I'll do that. Really though? But then I get the calling for what I'm supposed to do, what you're asking me to do, and I'm like, just kidding. Just kidding. Alright, everyone. Thank you for hanging in there with me. At this point in the video, I actually had a medical reason that I had to stop filming at the time. And so I had to take a brief, or not so brief, intermission and continue on with that part of the story. So I think it's a good place to go ahead and push pause and then make the other video a part 2, since it's about 15 minutes long or so before the edit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stop here. I want to thank you so much for listening and joining in. Again, questions, comments, anything you got, go ahead and leave them below. Feel free to share, subscribe to my YouTube. I did give all the information at the beginning of this video. I just want to thank you again for spending some time with me, and I will see you soon. And until then, it's Christy Love.